may wonder why I have brought you here.
Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Jarrell.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to review issue 23 of Darth Vader.
Fortress Vader, Part 5. And what an issue it was.
Actually, Part 9. There were 9 parts of this fortress.
Yeah. 9 tries. So, the culmination of this issue was Vader and Momin working together to build his fortress and encapsulate the power from within. And we get to see how each try, not every single try, but I think from 5 to 9 goes.
Yeah.
So we begin with the first part, which is his 5th try. His 5th try.
4th.
This is the 4th try, yes. And he's
opens up with the 4th.
Talking with Vader, saying, like, do you feel the power? Do you feel it coming within you? And Vader says yes, and Momin's like, this is going to happen, my masterpiece will happen.
Yeah, and he does reiterate that you feel the force in you. I am unable to in my current form. So he cannot use the force at all in his current form. He has to be in his human form.
He has to go through Vader in order to get it, technically. Yeah. And so he's telling him to open this door. So we see Vader in this wide shot with these big, large panels or whatever. And he's
like hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics or whatever. And then as he's doing this, every time the people on the outside world, the people working on the fortress and also the creatures are seeing the lava.
The native people.
Spewing up. And they're like, it's happening again. And it's getting worse. What do we do? And so Vader is trying desperately to open this door. And it doesn't happen. Yeah,
it doesn't happen. But furthermore, it's having a negative effect on the ecosystem around Mustafar.
Yeah.
And the natives are
trying to fight back the lava,
realizing this, and obviously are not welcome to this construction being built on their planet.
Yeah, and so Momin is getting excited. He's thinking that it's working. He's like, this is my masterpiece. I told you it would work. Vader's like, no, something is wrong. And then with one of the natives, he's like, look, we're able to push back the lava. But what are we going to do next time? Because they're getting worse.
Yeah.
And they have an idea that, look, we need to go and fight them because the Dark One, who's building his
I like that.
Building his thing up in this, valley, we need to go find out what he's doing and possibly take him out to get our world back.
Yeah.
This world is ours.
Now, Vader is not pleased with Momin, so much so that he essentially, cuts the current head off. And we know that when Momin loses his mask, that is almost like the spiritual entity of Momin. So it dies out. And then what do we see in the next panel? He's talking to a couple of stormtroopers, and Vader uses the Force to put the mask on one of those troopers, making a new Momin.
Right. So even before that, they were like, oh, well, is this the 4th time? And he's like, no, this is the 5th time that we've tried this. And Momin, before he got his head cut off, he's like, I guarantee the 6th will... Yeah, he didn't get to finish his sentence. So as he puts the mask on a stormtrooper, then he picks right back up and says, oh, the 6th design, that will be the one. I'll have my new plans ready. blah, blah, blah. And then they get an alarm that there's incoming. So the natives, the lava fleas, which they're called, are coming into attack. So they're attacking the stormtroopers, and Momin is asking, what are these things doing? The stormtrooper's like, well, ever since this stuff's been going on, these creatures have been trying to fight us back, but we've been holding them off. But their numbers are starting to get bigger.
They're intensifying every time.
Yeah.
So, and what's really cool is as Momin is walking away, he's like, oh, I see that they're attacking, right? And he's like, fascinating. This is fascinating.
Utterly fascinating.
Yeah.
This is happening. So we begin again, and he says, well, Lord Vader, we have, here's the 6th one.
Yeah.
See if it
I
happens.
love the next few panels because we get attempts on each page now.
Yeah, attempts on each page, and they all fail. And on each attempt, we see a different Momin. So we get the Stormtrooper tries, that didn't work. So now we
get a flea Momin.
Yeah.
A flea Momin.
So we get a 7th one, which was like a woman officer, that didn't work. The 8th was like a flea, a lava flea, that didn't work. And then we get another crew member on the 9th. So then Momin on the 9th one says, I know you haven't been believing in me lately, but
you have to trust the process.
Trust the process, and I told you that the 9th time is the one, and I think it's something really special. And we actually see the true design of his castle.
What's cool is Vader's like, oh, that's good, because there will not be a 10th.
There will not be a 10th. So they go back into the chamber, and this is where Momin says this is the new design for the focusing chamber, and it'll help to kind of harness your power. And Vader kind of sees it now. He's like, yes, I see this power. I believe it's going to harness everything. And so now he starts to try to open this door. But Momin's like, I think you should wait a little bit. I don't think that you're ready enough. I think you should, take a rest and build up your powers. I know you're truly powerful, but maybe get a little rest. And Vader's like, no, who do you think you're talking to?
Yeah,
we're getting this done
he
now.
Proceeds to open the door, and he's pretty much got it open.
He's got it open.
You can see the universe behind it.
It's freaking sweet.
And just as we do that, Vader is contacted by stormtroopers on the outside, saying they are getting overrun by incoming natives and fleas. So much so that they need Vader,
which distracts him.
Yeah,
because
he closes the door and he goes out to help his assistant. But then as he is out there seeing the battle and starting to fight, he feels the power of his structure.
Right, because he tells Mom, and he's like, don't do anything until I get back. Momin's like, that wouldn't be anything I would do, right?
What can I do?
And so Momin proceeds to start opening the door. He says, perfection and truth, my masterpiece. And we get to see a shot of Vader saying, Momin, you deceitful. And there's an explosion which blows Vader like off the platform. And Momin says, hello, me. Because now through the door, Momin has received his human form back. And the previous Momin, the officer, takes the mask off, gives it back to Momin. Dies. And Momin now says, I am my masterpiece.
Yes.
To be continued. So, yeah, I think this was Momin's plan all along, was to, yes, build Vader his castle, but to get the door open to receive his body back. To now he's in full form again. Yeah. To where he's...
So now we're going to get to see how powerful he is. Now, he did say to Vader previously in the issue, your powers are far more powerful than I am, or I was. So...
Yeah, I think he says he was saying it, you're more powerful than me, kind of in a way like right now, due to me only being confined to this helmet. But... Guys, 2 issues left of this series, unfortunately, but I think it's going to go out with a bang. I've enjoyed this. I believe this is one of Josh's first Star Wars series that he's read, which I got him onto, and yeah,
it's awesome. I can't wait for the last 2 issues. It'll be interesting to see how it ends. Let us know what you thought of issue 23. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you're new, and like the video. Follow us at NocBro Nation on Facebook and Twitter.
And stay tuned for issue 24 coming next month. We will see you very soon. We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.